And the reason we're talking about playgrounds today is because the app, you've heard me talk about this app before. It's called Snap Send Solve. It's an app that you can download on your phone. And if you see an issue with the road or an issue with some infrastructure at your local park or anything like that, you take a photo and it sends it to your local council or to the appropriate department, SA Water or Telstra, if it's the Telstra pit that's a bit off whack. And basically they fix the problem for you. I'm a huge fan of this app, and someone else who is Jody White. She's got one daughter. She's from Parafield Gardens and joins you now. Hi, Jody.
Hi, Stacey.
Thank you for your time this afternoon.
Oh, my pleasure. I love talking about Snap Send Solve, and it's good to actually speak to another fan.
Yeah, I love it, and most of all because it's free, because I'm a tight ass, so I won't.
Oh, same.
I wouldn't use it if I had to pay for it.
Oh, no.
But there have been a big number of reports surrounding playgrounds in South Australia, according to Snap Send Solve data. Is this something that you found on your travels as well?
Oh, 100%. So as a mother of a toddler, I'm sure all of the other parents out there can acquiesce that playgrounds are our sanity when the sun is shining. So we get out to all of the local playgrounds, particularly around Parafield Gardens. And if we see hazards, I am quick on the phone to whip it out, take a photo, upload it and send it straight through to Snap Send Solve to get it fixed.
And fair enough too. What are some issues that you've come across?
Oh, okay. So broken swings, like as I said, I've got a 2-year-old. So if the little clasp on the baby swing doesn't fit right or I've had a couple be broken, that's a really important thing to make sure that they're working in good working order. There was once a flying fox that just wouldn't fly.
That's boring. No one wants to go and see a fox at a park.
I know, exactly. And softball requiring top-up, that's actually a big one because if you've got a little one that's, still gaining their balance, you want to make sure that when they fall, it's going to be on the right amount of softball.
Oh, that's a really good point. I'm looking at some of the data here now from Snap Send Solve. They've got a whole range of issues that people have reported. Obviously, other people experiencing the same as you with broken or damaged equipment. Others saying, sharp edges and uneven surfaces like you. And then it can get really, even more serious if that wasn't serious enough. Protruding screws, hazardous elements like broken glass and sharp metal as well, which if I saw that at a playground, I'd probably just keep walking. That's a real worry.
Yes, definitely. And so that's something that you literally have eyes on, particularly when, first time mum and you've got a small child. It's just this, it's really good peace of mind knowing that with Snap Send Solve, I can take a photo right then on the spot. It lodges the GPS data of the exact location of the item or the hazard, and then it'll send it through to the appropriate council or body that will act upon it. And Snap Send Solve will then send me a notification and an email once the Snap has been read by the council, and then once it's been given a job number by the council, and then once it has been closed off by the council or the appropriate body. So it's a really good way to keep them accountable.
Absolutely. I think the most recent thing I used it for was the little watering, the fountain or the bubbler at my local park. We feed our little dog Murray in the bowl at the bottom and the tap just wasn't working. It was sort of drip, drip, drip. And I thought, it was like that for a couple of weeks. And I thought, I wonder if anyone's let them know. And I just took a photo of it and I would have assumed it was a council issue. It ended up being an SA Water issue that I would not have thought of. Of course, it makes total sense. But yeah, they sent it to SA Water. It was fixed. We go there now. Murray loves his little drink in the bowl. It's perfect. It was done all from one photo. It's perfect.
It's great. And Murray's happy.
Exactly. Which means I'm happy. So how many times a week would you say you use the app?
Oh, honestly, it's become a bit of a game with me now. So, before it used to be Pokemon Go was great when I was out and about trying to catch these little pixels. But now it's me using my phone to snap as much as I can whilst I'm out. There's lots of, dumped rubbish around, hazards in the bike lane. I'm a cyclist, So I love to make sure that even if I'm not on my bike, I'm keeping an eye out for other cyclists to see if there's hazards on the road, raised footpaths. There's so much that you will actually start to pay attention to when you have this app in your mind. You go, I can report this. I can fix it. I can make my neighbourhood better.
Yeah. It's a really nice way to think about it as well. It's a bit, I don't want to get all serious and give it a term, but, it is nice to have a bit of civic duty to think, all right, that's an issue. It might not be affecting me right now. I do notice it with uneven footpaths. I'm lucky. I'm mobile. I can just step over the hump, but I do think of someone who's wheeling a pram or someone who's in a wheelchair or someone who's maybe not as mobile
Exactly.
going past that, and it wouldn't be okay for them. So, yeah, you kind of think, all right, well, if I report this, maybe I'm helping someone else too.
Yeah, and it's not so much even about being the police. It's just, the council has so many residents, 30,000 or something in Salisbury City Council, something like that, sorry. Don't know the exact numbers. And they're obviously not going to know all of the hazards or be able to identify them. So they rely on us to actually provide them with that information, and we're the boots on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I love that attitude. And so you say now that it's a bit like a Pokemon Go game, which is kind of what Snap Send Solve have been doing during the school holidays. They were encouraging people to do a scavenger hunt to find issues and report them, and then giving you sort of, I don't know, badges or different titles in return.
Oh, and who doesn't love a badge? It's just, going back to the Scouts and the Brownies days. You got to collect them all, don't you? Just like Pokemon.
I love that. I love the attitude, Jody.
Thanks, Stacey.
Oh, well, thank you so much for your time.